Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Chewy. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to take a mineral tree and build a storage system out of it. It doesn't require any kind of power. It's literally just piping. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know I like this early game. It's a great storage system when you don't have everything else. Rain. And so basically all you have to do is find yourself a mineral tree. Here's the rainbow. I love this is added to Chosen's pack. I'm not sure exactly where that's coming from, but it's awesome. This is Chosen's modded adventure here. So if you're curious about the mod pack I'm using. And we need to go back to daytime. There we go. Okay. So what we do is we start with mineral trees. And now also I'm going to be using the mechanical squeezer and the drying basin. You can use the manual ones. It just takes a little longer. There's not much difference in between them. But basically, once you put in your mineral logs in here, you're going to get mineral chunks. This is set to auto adjacent push to true, so that means that the mineral fluid, sap, resin, whatever it is, will come over here and create blocks of mineral chunks. So you have a mineral tree, you have regular logs, and then you have mineral enriched logs. And so when you go ahead and try and chop all this down, you're undoubtedly going to be left with one or two of them up there and maybe even some down here. But, oh, I want to, oh, well, that was dumb. Somehow I actually pushed all of the logs in there. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hope for a sapling. And we did get a sapling. Okay. Okay, you guys gotta go. Okay. Yeah, you guys gotta go too. And you. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm actually going to go to creative real quick just so I have, there we go. Just so we can start with our regular. Where did the log go? There it is. Perfect. Now, let's try this again. All right. There we go. So we got some mineral chunks, and I gave myself a little bit of extra materials, some cobblestone. So this is going to be basically, you're going to have to get some mining out of the way. You're going to need diamonds. You're going to need, not a whole bunch, by the way, but just a few. You're going to need diamonds. You're going to need iron. You're going to need redstone, cobble, and wood. So I think that should cover all of, oh, and glowstone. So you will have to go to the nether and get glowstone. So I'm going to have to spawn that in. But we'll come to that when we get to it. Okay, so let's get rid of the rest of these mineral enriched chunks, or logs. There we go. Now we should be good to go. All right, so now we're going to take our logs, and where is my portable storage terminal? There we go. So we're going to put the logs in here, and basically it's going to start creating the mineral chunks by themselves. I think you get 3 at a time, but it's also going to push mineral resin into the drying basin, and that's going to create crystallized mineral, which if you grab some of those, you can craft those down into mineral chunks. All right, that will give us quite a bit, and basically, you know, a couple of trees is going to really do you for what you need. You know, we can We can grow some more if we need to, but right now that's not really necessary. Now the other thing is, I'm going to break this into early game and mid game. So the early game, you're not going to need this, but the mid game, you're going to get the wireless, you are going to need chorus fruit, and actually specifically pop chorus fruit. So it needs to be smelted, right? So you will have to go to the nether, or I'm sorry, you will have to go to the end at least to get the wireless going. Or unless you have, unless you somehow find it in a loot chest somewhere, which I'm not exactly sure where that spawns, where chorus fruit spawns, but you could use like a hopper botany pot. Once you get one of them, grab some endstone. Basically, endstone you can make with Ars Nouveau fairly easily, actually. The chorus fruit, I don't. So weak shulker. Actually, you can get it from occultism, so you don't actually necessarily need to go to the end. But this is, again, we're talking mid game here, so either you get lucky on a drop, or you go through the occult ritual to get to it. But anyways, so that's what you need. Let's go back to day, and then so once we get to that portion of it, I'll show you how that works. Right. All right. So let's grab ourselves some chests. And we're going to recreate that system that I already have built over there, right? So, and we'll make it a little bit larger, more complex, or not more complex, but Excuse me. All right. So what we're going to need is item interfaces. So item interfaces, we have a bunch already. We need to sync that. So basically mineral chunks and a chest. All right. So mineral chunks. Oh, we're on the storage. Now we're on the crafting interface. And a chest. Boom. Now we have 4 item interfaces. So we can grab the whole stack of them because we'll just put them over there. So that's the first part of this, right? So item interfaces, you only need 1 per unit, per double chest, okay? So that does save you some resources. All right. And then now, in between that, we need some cable. So if we look at an integrated cable, get this by using this recipe right here, all right? And so I made a bunch of those already, but basically these are going to link these 2 chests together, and then these will link the 2 systems together. Okay. Now, if you're worried about symmetry, you can put these in here and it won't matter. All right. So there. So now we have the basics of our storage system is complete. Now what we need is a storage terminal, right? Now we can make the portable one, but we aren't going to be able to use it until later, right? So I need to get myself some glowstone. All right, so in order to make the storage terminal, we need to make all of these individual things as well. So the display panel is going to require a bunch of pistons. So I'm going to make 8, and then I'm also going to make 4 of them. I'm going to make sticky pistons. So you are going to need some slime balls as well. storage terminal. So the input variable transformer, output variable transformer, we'll make 2 of those. The display panel, we need to make 2 of those. Mineral glass. Okay. So in order to do this, we need to actually put in, let me see here. I forgot we need glass. So it's rain. I picked a terrible biome to be in. All right. So we need to take some glass. And we need some mineral. We need some mineral logs. So all right, so we'll just do 6 of them. So we'll put them in our squeezer. It's going to give us some more mineral chunks, but it's also going to create the mineral glass. That's going to take the resin and combine it with the glass in the drying basin, and we're going to get that. All right. So now we go back to our storage terminal, and bada bing, bada boom. There's our storage terminal. All right, so we can put that here. And now we have access to our crafting grid. And also we could look just at the item storage if we wanted to, right? So that is taking into account all of these chests, right? So now if we wanted to expand it, that's the nice part about this, is really expanding this is pretty simple, right? So let's just say we wanted to put another set back here. Oop. And I'm just using chests because they're easy to make, but you know, this could be barrels, could be anything else, right? And so if we wanted to, so this can go on any either part of it. Jeez. All right. So we literally just doubled our storage in this storage system by adding another row of chests back to back. Makes it nice, right? So you can see we now have 44,928 storage spots, right? Okay, so we've made our storage system. What about auto crafting? In order to do auto crafting, we need a crafting interface, right? So we can take crafting table, make a couple of them, and crafting interface. And we're missing the output variable, transformers. Boom, there we go. Now we have the basis for auto crafting. Okay, I made another crafting interface. I don't know, or a crafting table. I don't know where it went. Okay. Okay, here we go. So now the way the crafting interface works for their auto crafting is you need, there we go. So you need a crafting interface on the crafting table. Now you can use all sides of the crafting table. You just need it to be able to reach it with the cabling, right? And so that's great, but how do we make our recipes? Well, for that you need a logic performer or logic controller. Ooh, what are you doing, dude? All right, so we have Logic Programmer, but let's go ahead and craft one. So we need another crafting table. And to make the Logic Programmer, we do that. And then to make the portable one, we just convert it in the crafting inventory. Right. And so now we also need some variable cards. And the variable cards are made with mineral chunks around paper. So that's, you will need sugar cane and paper. Right. So we do have a bunch of those. Right. So in order to make a recipe card to go in the crafting terminal or crafting interface, we use the Logic Programmer. We select recipe, and then basically whatever we want to make, we can shift click into, right? And this will use any planks, right? So we just drop a variable card in, pull it out, that writes the recipe for it, and you're good to go. There we go. So let's just say we need to make, good grief. Sorry about that. Okay. So if we get a, what do we need? Let's just put that in there for now. All right. So let's just say we get logs. We get some oak logs out of this system. And we put them in here. Oops. There we go. So now, when we use this crafting recipe, it's not picking up the planks. Normally, you in a refined storage or applied energistics, you could have a recipe that does oak to planks, oak logs to planks, and we can do the same thing here. Right? So we go back here to the recipe. And our oak planks. I think you have to tell it. There we go. I think you have to feed it with the right one. So we're going to do 1 oak log equals 4. All right. And then now we go to craft a chest. We have no problem. And it makes us a new chest. So that's auto crafting basically in a nutshell in integrated dynamics. And now we're moving on to the mid game. All right. So now let's say we're to the point where we're ready to the mid game. And so we need to start the crystallized chorus chunks, right? So I've got some pop chorus fruit here. And that's going to make us crystallized chorus chunks. And then this is going to make our block of crystallized chorus. All right. And to do this, we are going to make omnidirectional connectors. Okay. Now, in order to do this, we need to make logic directors. All right. And that's going to take mineral chunks, chorus chunks, and a diamond. And we should just need a couple of those. All right. Then the monodirectionals connectors, we need output variable transformers, input variable transformers, and we need 2 of those. And then put them all together, and we get 2 omnidirectional connectors. Now, we're going to put one of these over here. Now this keeps a nice symmetrical look, and we have this type over here. Now we need the portable storage terminal. And we're going to make a new one just because. Oh, geez. All right. so this craft is pretty deep. But we did make enough pistons, I believe, to get us going here. All right. Another storage terminal. And now we can make a regular storage terminal. And now we can make the portable. Right. So this is basically all you need to do. Shift right click on that, and that gives you access to this entire storage system. Everything that you've added into this, just like we had over here with this one, right? And the nice thing about this is it is completely cross dimensional. Obsidian. Flint and steel. And oops, jump into, stop it. We'll jump into the nether here. And here we go. Oop. There's our storage system. So you have a cross-dimensional functional storage system that doesn't take any power or doesn't require any power. So it's a very, very great storage system early game. Okay, just one of those things. I've always enjoyed it. It took me a while to get it the first time, and I actually wanted to do this video just because of the portable, because I had never sat down and figured out how to get the wireless working. I always basically had to use the storage terminal on the system itself, and so I just wanted to make it easier. I wanted to make a tutorial so that you had a straight through that included the wireless. So hopefully that was entertaining and informational. Please, if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Thanks. See you next time.